Hey YouTube, so today I'm playing at Sandpiper Resort and this course is absolutely beautiful. Great layout, front nine's very tight, gonna require a lot of shot shapes and of course staying out of the trees. And the back nine opens up a little bit for a few of the holes here. Lots of bunkers and water to contend with throughout the course as well. Great views though, you've got coastal mountains all around, it lines the Harrison River. Really can't beat it. So super excited to get my round going. The goal today, break 80, we'll see if I can do it. And you know what that means, you better be keeping the ball straight. Alrighty, so I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a different style of video today with a voice-over commentary for both the drone shots as well as my golf round. I was paired up with 3 other golfers, so rather than doing lots of talking on the course, thought I'd come back, see how the round went, and allow you guys to learn from my mistakes so when you come to Sandpiper next, you can beat the course here. Let's dive in with hole number 1. It is a 567-yard par 5. A very narrow tee shot and a narrow hole in general. Thankfully it does open up as you approach the green. That bunker on the right hand side there is about 280 yards from the back tees. So definitely a 3-shot par 5. If you can hit a perfect draw around the bend there, you may want to go for it in 2, but my recommendation, hit a layup shot just short of the bunker, hit a second shot out to the 100-yard marker. As you'll see, I played the 3-shot hole but wasn't as successful as I wanted to be. If you can stay out of the trees, stay out of trouble, should walk away with a good score on this first hole. So my first shot here, hit a gapper 3-iron just down the right hand side. Second shot, that's way too much. Hit a push cut, which led me to go way right into the trees, unfortunately. Had to thread the needle, and that was a very scary shot. Unfortunately, it ended up behind another tree right at the green side there, so I had to chip out. I ended up, unfortunately, 3-putting on this first hole. The greens were punched within the week, so that was the one thing today. I just couldn't get the flat stick going. Definitely excited to get back out here and play Sandpiper again once the greens are rolling true to their colors. Hole 2 here, it's a 330-yard par 4 up the hill. You got about 290 yards to hit it through the fairway if you're right down the middle. So a decent carry to get over those bunkers. If you can stay left of those and you don't go in the trees on the left-hand side, should walk away with par. Tricky bunker at the front of the green there that you'll want to watch out for, and it is a fairly undulating green as well. So I hit my drive, just piped it down the middle. There it is. 50-yard approach shot here to 25 feet, give or take. Didn't want to go in that bunker. Pretty good hole, and then yeah, walked away with a 2-putt par. Hole 3 is a 222-yard par 3, a lengthy one down the hill. You got lots of trees to contend with. Thankfully it does open up. Just that bunker there, so fairly straight on. With my shot, just hit a little bit too much of a cut. Ended up in that right-hand side bunker. Just hit a perfect bunker shot, almost holed it. Rolled about 5 feet past. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, couldn't get the flat stick going and ended up with a bogey. Hole 5 here, just a beauty tee shot, super narrow. It is a 503-yard par 5. You've got about 250 yards to that standalone tree on the right-hand side there. So to carry that 250, dogleg right, fairly standard par 5. You know, 2-shot hole for many if you can hit a good drive and stay out of trouble. Bunker on the left side of the green there, so definitely we had a pin today that was on the left side, so made it a bit more challenging. But yeah, just a fun little par 5 here. When I hit my drive, just crunched it down the right hand side. Really couldn't have asked for a better drive. It ended up clearing that bunker and just went just right at that standalone tree on the right side. Had a 5-iron in. Chipped it up from here. Birdie putt here, but unfortunately just rolled it right of the hole. Hole 5, grip it and rip it par 4 down the hill, fairly open when considering the previous holes. A couple bunkers to contend with, fairly easy green as well, so If you can hit a cut, it is sweeping left to right as a hole, then it plays well to that. And yeah, very fun hole, not the most difficult one. Good opportunity to get a low score on these 4th and 5th holes. Once again, at least my driver was working today, so I hit a great drive down the left-hand side fairway. Had about 30 yards in, so kind of hit a bump and run pitching wedge shot here to about 5 feet, which gave me another good look at birdie. And finally made my first putt of the day. Not a long one, but a birdie nonetheless. So had some momentum going into the challenging 6th hole here. It's a 395-yard par 4, the one cap on the course. A fairly sharp dogleg left. You're about 230 to that bunker on the right-hand side there, so you want to watch out for that. Thankfully, if you do go right, it'll catch your ball from going into the trees. And then elevated green, bunker on the left-hand side there, so definitely smart play. Just aim for the center of the green on your second shot, keep it in play. With my tee shot, pulled out the gapper again, tried to hit a draw, did so. I unfortunately missed recording my second shot. I hit a pitching wedge. It was going right at the pin. Caught the upper lip of the bunker, rolled back, should have just hit it center of the green and avoided the bunker altogether, but I didn't. Hit a terrible shot, just caught way too much sand. Left myself a challenging look at par, and unfortunately pushed that putt, missed this putt as well. So a 3-putt double bogey after 2 good shots. Very disappointing. Hole 7 is a 127-yard par 3, just a short one. What you see is what you get. Avoid the bunker and should have a look at bird. Hit a little 58-degree wedge in. Almost rolled this putt. Would have been nice, but had a tap in par. So hole 8 now is a 333-yard par 4. Fairly narrow yet again. Right is safer than left. Left is very thick trees. Got a couple green side bunkers to contend with, as well as a bunker down the right side of the fairway. Fun straight on golf hole, very short, so your choice whether you lay up or go for it. I ended up going for it, needed to have some sort of momentum swing, and just crunched my drive pretty much to the front of the green. Had a little pitch on, and the pitch did not quite work out. I wanted to get it over the hill, and 2-putted for that par. Hole 9, wrapping up the front 9. Beautiful tee shot over the creek, very narrow shoot to hit through. You got bunkers down the left side. I didn't range those in, unfortunately, but thankfully they will catch your ball if you do go long into the trees there. Dogleg right yet again, and lots of bunkers, lots of sand, and the back green actually is quite steep down to there. So pin placement is very important on your approach shot with this one. And with my tee shot, just chunked it. Full on chunk down the right side, which left me a very difficult second shot. And this was definitely my shot of the day. Gave myself a look at bird yet again. Ended up leaving this putt short, just could not get the speed down with the punchings. 3-putt yet again, another bogey. Hole 10 here, it's a 323-yard par 4, so another short one. Beautiful golf hole, great way to start the back 9. And a bit of a dog leg left, so layup hole for me, just can't really trust the draw. I ended up hitting a 4-iron, just pushed it unfortunately, so it went into the red stakes hazard on the right hand side. So I had to take a drop, hit a pitching wedge, thankfully to about 2 feet, and tap that in for my birdie bogey. Hole number 11, a definite signature hole here at Sandpiper, is a 450-yard par 4, so quite a long one. Down the hill, beautiful trees lining the outside of the green. It does open up with your tee shot quite a bit once you get past the shooted trees from the tee there, which is nice. Bunker on the right hand side, so not too much trouble, but just a lengthy hole and a bit of a sloped green there too. Hit my tee shot a little bit down the right side, but was happy with it overall. And then my second shot was worst shot of the day. Bounced off the cart path and just shot onto the tee box of hole 12. Had to hit a low punch through the trees, and it shot off a root over to the other side of the green. And then once again, had the Texas wedge out. Should have learned by this point not to do that. And 3-putted for my 3rd double bogey of the day. So unfortunate, but that's the way golf goes sometimes. Now, hole 12 is the 18 cap, so one of the easier golf holes on the course. It's a short 168 yard par 3, just a beautiful backdrop with the river as well on the mountain. Holes 11 and 12 back to back, you really just can't beat it. So hit my tee shot, landed kind of front left side of the green, so I was decently happy with that. And then hit this putt down the hill, rolled a little bit below the hole, tapped that in for my par. Hole 13 here is a 450 yard par 5. You've got about 250 to 270 yards to that creek. If you can nestle your tee shot right up close to the creek, you should actually have a decent look at getting to the green in 2. For most people, it'll be a 3-shot par 5, however. Very beautiful golf hole yet again. I love the elevated green on this one just to change things up, and of course the creek is a nice touch. So with this tee shot, I just flared it off a little bit right. Actually ricocheted off one of those big towering trees there into the middle of the fairway. Then I hit my 4-iron, just punched it up the middle, and had a nice little approach wedge in. So put that on the front of the green, would have liked it a bit closer, but had yet another long putt for birdie, which was a good roll, just not good enough, and 2-putt par again. So some sign of life with some birdie putts and greens and reg here. And now we've got hole 14. So down the hill again, 389 yard par 4, stunning golf hole. You've got a nice bushy tree down the left. Watch out for the hidden water on the right hand side. It's only about 250 to get to that water. You are about 310 yards to the bushy tree. Driver's just not needed. Unfortunately, I still hit driver. So I had a great drive down the middle of the fairway, ended up right behind that large bushy tree. I knew I needed to get birdies in order to break 80, so at this point I was taking high risk shots, and this one did not pay off. Just sculled it straight through the green. Hit a really good chip shot here, actually back up the green, and had about a 6-footer that I missed for par, so walked away with yet another bogey. Hole 15, relatively short but absolutely stunning par 5. It's only 486 yards. You've got the creek down the middle there, which is around 250 to 270 yards to carry depending on where you're teeing from. Lots of bunkers on this one. Watch out for the Sasquatch's foot as well. You don't want to end up in that. A little bit of a foreshadow there of what's about to happen. But yeah, lots of water that's kind of hidden there with the creeks. Beautiful green as well. So that this one hit a nice high cut drive, got just over the creek there, landed pretty soft. Hit my 7-iron, chunky, straight into the Sasquatch's soul. So had to do a bit of a difficult 20-yard bunker shot here, and came up short with that. And once again, pulling out the Texas wedge. So just hammered this one past. I'd left my last few short, so gave myself a difficult look at par, and 2-putted from there, so ended up with another bogey on the day. Still was absolutely enjoying the scenery, the course layout. Hole 16 here, so what you see is what you get with this one. It's a 177 yard par 3. You got water down the left side, fairly flat green, so if you can stay away from the water, no reason why you can't walk away with a par. I ended up hitting this tee shot just left side of the green over the water there. Had a good chip here within 2 feet, and then I would tap that in for my par. Hole 17, bit of a longer par 4. It's a 2 cap on the course. You got trees down the right side, and it does open up a little bit to the left. Greenside bunker at the front left there, and a bit of a challenging green once again with a fairly large ridge on the back side. Hit a nice drive down the right hand side. And had a second shot here, just wind in the face, so didn't quite get it to the green. Once again, pulled out the Texas wedge. Definitely should have learned by now. It actually clipped a rock on the way up and ended up very short, and then had my putt for par, lipped out on this one. The oh so beautiful 18th here at Sandpiper, 406 yard par 4. Could not ask for a better way to finish. This course demands a lot of shot shapes, and this 18th hole is no exception. You've got a bunker on the left-hand side there, a bunker through the fairway as well, and the water there. So you're about 280 to the bunker, 290 to the water, and the hole is 406 yards. So beautiful golf hole. Stay out of the trouble, hit a layup shot, 250 yards to get past the trees on the left hand side so you can have a good look at the green. Love this golf hole. So I hit my gapper, of course, just sliced it off to the right, put myself in an okay position. Then I had a 5-iron in, actually hit a good shot here, which was nice to end my round. Ended up just on the right side fringe, hit a fairly lengthy putt within kind of that 3-foot range, so was happy with that. And then would knock that in for a finishing par 83 on the round. Stunning golf course, could not have asked for a better layout. Definitely going to go back when the conditions are prime in kind of late May, early June, because they had punched the greens, and then that way I can kind of experience a true rolling green at Sandpiper. Cannot say enough good things about the overall course layout. Of course, the scenery is amazing, the staff were amazing, and just the facilities as a whole was a great experience for me. So excited to go back. Hopefully you can learn from some of my mistakes out here today. You know, it's definitely a course that demands smart golf and shot shapes. So those are the things I would encourage you to think about when you're playing here. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. If you do prefer this over some of the more interactive ones, then please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And as always, remember to subscribe, and you better be keeping the ball straight.